stayed black. The foreman kept the hours in pencil, so he could always take them back. I learned to sleep beneath the whistle, to eat with grease upon my hands, and spend money before morning like daylight wouldn't understand. Morning cannot collect what the night never wrote. No paper, no witness, no hand at your throat. Morning cannot collect, that is what I believed, until the sun found every pocket I had emptied in the dark. I owed the landlord 3 Fridays, the grocer 2, and someone else. A woman waited by the doorway with my last name on a shelf. I said, give me one more evening, by dawn I'll make the numbers right. Then lost the money in a back room where every clock had stopped at night. There's a debt the morning can't collect, a bill no clerk can see, a weight that never reaches paper but follows every step of me. There's a debt the morning can't collect, no signature, no seal. The night may hide the total, but the body knows what's real. My brother found me near the rail yard with iron dust across my coat. He said, you keep outrunning daylight, but daylight never leaves the road. I laughed and told him men like us were born already owing time. He said, debt is not the burden, it's the habit of the lie. One more shift, one more drink, one more hour before I think. One more hand, one more claim, one more night without my name. There's a debt the morning can't collect, a bill no clerk can see, a weight that never reaches paper but follows every step of me. There's a debt the morning can't collect, no signature, no seal. The night may hide the total, but the body knows what's real. I saw the sunrise through the smokestacks, turn the river dull and red. Every roof became a ledger, every window counted dead. No judge came down to name me, no sheriff crossed the yard, but every light revealed a number I had hidden in the dark. I reached inside my coat that morning for the wages I had spent. Found one key, a bent receipt, and nothing I could call regret. Then I heard the factory whistle and watched the gates begin to close. There's a debt the morning can't collect, but morning keeps the fire. It writes the balance in your posture and the distance in your smile. There's a debt the morning can't collect until you stop and count. Not every loss is money, not every bill has an amount. Morning opened every window, I had nowhere left to hide. woke beneath the back room window with daylight cutting through the smoke. A broken glass beside my right hand, and ashes in my Sunday coat. The mirror held a stranger with a bruise beneath one eye. I washed my face in bitter water and practiced looking fine. Ashes in my Sunday coat, smoke inside the scene. I dressed myself for morning, but the night stayed underneath. Church bell crossed the rooftops while I walked along the square. Every shop was still behind its shutters, every street was washed and bare. I passed the bar without looking, though the door was painted red. A chair lay broken near the alley, and one man's hat remained. My mother saved the aisle seat like she had every week. She brushed the dust from off my shoulder, then kissed me on the cheek. She said, "You smell like a rain chimney." I said the walk had made me cold. She held my sleeve a moment longer, like the cloth had told her more. Ashes in my Sunday coat, black against the white, a little proof that morning cannot separate the night. Ashes in my Sunday coat, hidden near the heart. I buttoned every secret, but the smoke still found a part. The preacher spoke of clean beginnings, of doors that open when we kneel. He said no stain could last forever if the asking had been real. I watched the sunlight move across the polished wooden floor, then saw a gray mark on my cuff I had not seen before. One on the sleeve, one near the chest, one where my hand had tried to rest. One in the cloth, one in the skin, one for the place I had been. Ashes in my Sunday coat, black against the white, a little proof that morning cannot separate the night. Ashes in my Sunday coat, hidden near the heart. I buttoned every secret, but the smoke still found a part. Maybe shame is only smoke that follows where the fire is gone. Maybe clean clothes do not change the shape a man is taking on. Maybe grace is not forgetting, maybe mercy leaves a mark. Maybe every honest morning starts by naming what was dark. last I saw her rise, a little ash fell to the floor. My mother looked down at the mark, then placed her hand on mine. She never asked where I had been, she never turned away. Ashes in my Sunday coat, falling where they could be seen, no longer hidden in the lining, no longer brushed away. Ashes in my Sunday coat, the cloth was never clean, but I stood beneath the morning and let it speak for me. I left the coat upon the pew and walked outside in my shirt sleeves. Jabbled doorway with white flowers in her hands. Every face turned toward the aisle, every man removed his hat. Her dress moved softly over timber, like a cloud that feared the rain. But one black thread ran through the fabric, from her shoulder to the train. One black thread in her white dress, one truth nobody named. The room was full of celebration, but the thread remained. Her mother fixed the veil behind her, her sister held the silver ring. The preacher opened up his book and asked the room to rise and sing. She smiled when every eye was watching, she breathed when every head was bowed. But when the organ held one note, she whispered someone else's name. Stood waiting by the altar with summer dust upon his shoes. He knew the town had heard the story, but not the part she could not lose. He took her hand without a question, felt the cold beneath her glove. Some people marry out of promise, some because they still need love. One black thread in her white dress, running where the light could see, a narrow line between the living and who she used to be. One black thread in her white dress, stitched beneath the flower's breath. No one asked what she was carrying from the other side of grief. A chair stood empty near the window, with a ribbon tied in blue. No card explained who should have sat there, but everybody knew. Her brother stared into the floorboards. Her father watched the weather turn. Outside, a row of paper lanterns bent above the grass and burned. The vows were read, the rings were passed. The future entered through the past. One black thread in a white dress, running where the light could see. A narrow line between the living and who she used to be. One black thread in a white dress, stitched beneath the flower's breath. No one asked what she was carrying from the other side of grief. Maybe joy and grief are sisters, wearing colors we decide. Maybe every room of laughter keeps another room inside. Maybe love is not erasure. Maybe vows cannot replace every name that came before us, every absence at the table. When the preacher asked for silence, she reached beneath the folded lace, pulled the black thread from her shoulder and held it gently in her hand. She did not hide it, she did not break it. She tied it underneath the ring. One black thread in a white dress, no longer hidden from the room. She wore the day she had been given and the life that came before. One black thread in a white dress, dark against the morning light. Not a stain and not a warning, just a grief she would not hide. The flowers turned toward evening. The thread stayed through the night. These shoes from a widow at a table by the road. She said they belonged to a traveling man who never carried what he owed. The leather cracked around the ankles, the heels were worn outside. When I put my feet inside them, they pulled me toward the county line. These borrowed shoes know something my own 2 feet forgot. They keep walking toward a promise I don't remember making. They took me past the feed store, past the church with missing glass, past the field where every scarecrow turned its head to watch me pass. I tried to stop beside the river, I tried to sleep beneath the pines, but those souls kept beating northward like a clock that hated time. These borrowed shoes know roads I have never seen before. They know the way to leaving somebody else's life. In a town beyond the quarry, an old woman touched my sleeve. She said, "You wear his tired footsteps, but you don't wear what made him leave." She led me to a narrow house with blue paint on the frame. A child came running from the porch, called another man's name. I stood there like a shadow in somebody else's place, with his dust around my ankles and his road upon my face. These borrowed shoes, no road I have never seen before. They know the weight of leaving in the shape of every door. These borrowed shoes know a name that nobody calls me by, and every mile they carry me feels like somebody else's life. Every heel that wore it thin. Maybe leather keeps a secret long after skin forgets. Maybe some men leave behind them more than letters, debts, and clothes. Maybe every unfinished journey finds another pair of bones. I took them off beside the highway, set them neatly in the dust. For one whole minute they lay silent, like ordinary things should. Then the right shoe turned toward northward, and the left one followed slow. Those borrowed shoes knew a road I was never meant to take. Carried one man's hunger through another man's mistake. Those borrowed shoes knew a home, and they nearly took me there. I left them waiting by the highway for the next man passing through. Shoes facing north. I found one copper penny at the bottom of my coat, green around the edges, warm from years against my bones. The well stood past the orchard where the winter grass had grown, with a rope worn smooth by strangers who had asked and gone back home. I held the penny in my palm and tried to name one thing. Not a house, not bread, not money, not another wedding ring. I thought about my mother and the years she could not keep. I thought about the promises that wake a man from sleep. One copper penny, one word left to say. The water took the answer before I learned to pray. A woman came behind me with a child against her side. She asked if wishes worked there. I said, not any wish of mine. She smiled like someone carrying a weight too old to show, then dropped a silver dollar and watched the dark below. We waited for an echo, but the well returned no sound. Just a cold breath from the darkness and the scent of buried ground. The child leaned past the stones and whispered something small. The woman pulled him backward before the night could hear it all. One copper penny for one more year of time. One copper penny for a hand that still held mine. One copper penny for a door that stayed unlocked. I asked the water for a life it could not bring back up. Opened up my fingers, but the coin remained in place. It left a little circle, like a bruise against my skin. I thought of all the people who had stood where I now stood, trading metal for a mercy that no metal ever could. Maybe prayer is not a bargain. Maybe grief cannot be paid. Maybe every wish is only a name we give to being afraid. Maybe water keeps no ledger. Maybe heaven keeps no score. Maybe loss is just a country with no road returning north. I closed my hand around the coin and turned away from there. For once I kept the only thing I had prepared to spare. One copper penny still resting in my hand. Not enough to change the world, not enough to make a plan. One copper penny, no miracle, no sign, just proof that I could carry what I once would leave behind. At dawn I placed the penny on my mother's windowsill. tower with red dust on my coat, a county map inside my pocket, and no memory of the road. The signs had lost their numbers, the fence lines leaned away, but every field looked almost like a place I used to name. Dust knows the way home, even when the traveler does not. It settles on the old road and remembers every step. I followed where the wind was moving, past cotton rows and rusted wire, past a church with one wide window and a chimney without fire. A dog came running from a yard, then stopped and watched me pass, like it had seen my younger face still moving through the grass. Dust knows the way home, it clings to every seam, it finds the roads forgotten and the houses in between. Dust knows the way home, through heat and broken stone. A man may lose the county line, but the dust still knows his bones. At noon I reached a dry creek crossing where sycamores had split the bank. I knew the shape of every shadow, though I could not name the place. There was a nail inside the bridge post, bent upward through the grain. I touched the scar above my thumb and saw the summer come again. A boy ran barefoot through the water, a woman called him from the door. The picture vanished with the wind, but the dust remained once more. Dust knows the way home, it clings to every seam, it finds the roads forgotten and the houses in between. Dust knows the way home, through heat and broken stone. A man may lose the county line, but the dust still knows his bones. I thought home was only timber, only names beneath the roof, but ground can keep a language long after memory loses words. The road did not forgive me, the field did not accuse. They only gave the wind a trail and let the dust decide. I emptied out my pockets, let the useless map fall down. The wind lifted one corner, then turned it toward the south. Dust knows the way home, it rose around my feet, it crossed the road before me like someone I should meet. Dust knows the way home, no sign and no command. I followed what the wind remembered until I knew the land. At sundown, by the cedar fence, the dust knew who I was. Came in wearing summer, in the middle of the cold, with sugar on your language and a silence made of gold. touched the glass between us, like you knew where it would break. Then smile the kind of smile that makes a careful man mistake. Honey on the razor, sweet against the tongue. You never had to cut me. I was leaning in enough. You knew the names of every road I swore I would not take. You knew the hour I lost my nerve, the year I learned to fake. You never asked for promises, you only left the door half open like a question I had answered once before. Honey on the razor, gold along the blade. You made the danger beautiful, watch me call it fate. Honey on the razor, warm beneath the light. I tasted something close to love and carried home the night. Smelled like tobacco, rainwater and perfume. A red dress on the window hook, a shadow in the room. You said nothing lasts forever, as though forever had a price. Then placed your hand against my chest and asked me not to think twice. No chains, no lies, no promise in your eyes, no prayer, no sign, just your hand closing over mine. Honey on the razor, gold along the blade. You made the danger beautiful, and watch me call it fate. Honey on the razor, warm beneath the light. I tasted something close to love and carried home the night. Maybe I confused the warning for a language meant for me. Maybe hunger makes a doorway out of what the wise would leave. Maybe sweetness is not kindness, maybe softness is not peace. Maybe every wound begins with something asking to be believed. I found your note beside the mirror, 6 words written in your hand. You knew exactly what this was, and still I could not understand. Honey on the razor, nothing disappeared by morning, but the cut remained alive. Honey on the razor, no anger and no blame. You only showed me what I wanted, and I gave it your name. I washed the blade in water, but the water stayed the same. Every room went black together, though there had not been a storm. My sister reached for matches, my mother told her leave them be. Then a narrow amber line appeared beneath the pantry floor. There's a lantern under the floor, burning without oil, lighting what the house remembers underneath the soil. My father took the kitchen table, dragged it hard against the wall. He placed a rug across the boards and said there was no light at all. But through the cloth the glow remained, thin as a wounded eye. It moved whenever someone spoke a name we never used at night. Before, a room had stood there lower than the cellar stairs, a place for canned fruit, winter cold, and things that needed hiding. My grandmother kept the only key inside a flower tin. She wore it on a cotton thread until they carried her away. There's a lantern under the floor, burning where no hand can reach. It brightens when the family lies and dims when no one speaks. There's a lantern under the floor, no wick and no flame. Every board above it warms when someone hides a name. Bought the house when everyone had moved away. The pantry walls were bare and pale, the table gone, the rug decayed. I waited for the darkest hour, then cut along the oldest seam. The boards came loose without a sound, like they had practiced in a dream. No stairs, no room, no buried box below, just packed earth and one brass handle, warm beneath the glow. inside a coat, a child's small shoe. 3 letters tied in black, and 1 glass lantern burning low, with no road leading back. The first letter bore my father's name, the second bore my own. The third had never been unsealed, but knew when I came home. There's a lantern under the floor, burning without oil, holding every truth we buried deeper than the soil. There's a lantern under the floor, and now I understand. Some families pass down silver, some pass fire from hand to hand. I opened up the final letter, then the whole house lost its light. Came in with the rain behind me, mud drying hard around my shoes. The room's red with tired faces, and every table knew the news. The bartender looked past my shoulder, then pushed a glass across the wood. He said, "You miss the only kindness that ever waited in this room." She took her coat, she paid her due. She left 1 empty chair for you. Mercy left at midnight, I came at 1:30. She took the last road out of town before the night was done. Mercy left at midnight, no letter, no goodbye. I spent my final silver coin to ask the reason why. Cut lightly in the wooden grain, beside a list of broken promises and men who never came again. A piano missed its final chord, a ceiling fan turned slow above. Somebody laughed into the darkness like they had never heard of love. She closed the door, she crossed the square. She left before I knew to care. Mercy left at midnight, I came at 1:30. She took the last road out of town before the night was done. Mercy left at midnight, no letter, no goodbye. I spent my final silver coin to ask the reason why. The man beside the window which road she took beneath the moon. He said a man who wastes his daylight should never curse the evening too. So I walked out through the doorway. The street was empty, washed in black. Her footprints ended by the station. Mine were the only ones that came back. Maybe she was never human, maybe mercy never stays. Maybe every door is open only once and only late. Maybe I had heard a knocking every year and every night, and called the sound another warning, till the warning lost its life. Did she say my name? No, she did not. Did she leave a sign? Only what you lost. Mercy left at midnight. I came at 1:30. The glasses shook, the lights went low. The final train had gone. Mercy left at midnight and took the morning too. I had a pocket full of reasons, but none of them were true. Too late. Too late. My father's guitar hangs by the window where the afternoon turns brown. Dust has gathered on the headstock since the day we laid him down. The strings are dark with fingerprints. The wood is split beside the seam. It looks too small to hold a lifetime, too heavy to become a dream. My father's empty guitar still leans into the room. It never plays a single note, but keeps me listening to. He carried it through county bars, through weddings, wakes, and fights. He came home smelling like the highway, with another song each night. My mother said the songs were trouble, wrapped in chords and cheap perfume. He said a man could lose his soul if he gave us all. I touched the lower string and felt the whole house move. took the guitar from my hands and sang, "There's nothing here to prove." And later through the bedroom wall, I heard him pray one phrase, again and again until the morning, like a door he could not raise. My father's empty guitar knows every road he chose. He keeps the weight of every hand in every place he could not go. My father's empty guitar still waits beside the wall. I fear that if I tune the string, I'll hear him to them all. The case still holds a broken catboard, 2 receipts and 1 hotel key, a photograph of 3 young players. Only one of them was he. On the back, the faded sentence written in another hand. Play it like the room is leaving and the floor let you stand. I read those words, I closed the case, but still they stay inside the place. My father's empty guitar knows every road he chose. It keeps the weight of every hand and every place he could not go. My father's empty guitar still waits beside the wall. I fear that if I tune the string, I'll hear him through them all. Maybe blood is only with, maybe names are only sound. Maybe sons are not the echo of the men who came before. Maybe wood remembers pressure